Hopefully it is
It
working
is.
fine. Sweet.
Yeah,
All
all
right.
good.
Easy. So monkey and a hazard, you said? I get the
Yeah.
feeling this might be it. It's not the
I
worst
think like
matchup.
I played like half of it like just completely wrong. Like the first half I was just kind of like trying to go for backline and I just don't think I can do that.
Yeah, I think it depends.
Like
Like it's because I mean you always like want to be able to like get backline or at like a bare minimum
at
block
least like
them.
at least threaten it, right? Like
Yeah, because I think your tank fight is like really weak in a hazard is the thing. You know, like if you wind up
yeah.
like having to match up with the tank a lot, like you're always gonna do nothing. You know, like the best you can do is like block backline, don't necessarily play for the kill, and then like have your team kill front a lot. And like we'll see what comp they're on.
Yeah.
I gotta skip forward a little so we can talk about it. Okay, we're actually in the game now. All right, so yeah, I look at that comp and I think like, all right, like I guess a few things to talk about like. Numbani first point, like it's really good for Hazard because like any of their backline positions, like you try and like go backline, and if you try to do anything committal, you're always like counter walled. You know, like these walls are
Yeah.
so insane. Like all of these chokes, well not chokes, these catwalks, like insane for the Hazard because they can just completely fuck you like on any counter jump. But that being said, like it's always a good monkey point because you can always block backline like with bubble, like you can jump and you can go soft, and like if you don't play for kills and you just play more for like controlling people, then you can always block one of these sides. Like in the same way that these catwalks are really, really good for hazard to counter wall you and to kill you if you try and commit. It's also really good for monkey because bubble will block that entire space. Like anyone playing right top, you put a bubble up here, like once you've jumped and you drop down to point, really you can be fine. Here, if you did that, you get double angle, but just for the sake of the
So like my team were very set on like I should be jumping to stage and then I should just be like jumping back to bubble hazard. And I think that's like that definitely worked better when we tried that, but it's like I personally feel like I don't know, I like shooting backline.
Yeah,
I
think it's not really like how
I
think it's not how monkey works, to be honest. Like jumping back to block a tank. Like if you have to back jump and then put your bubble down on the tank, like what are you accomplishing by doing that? You're blocking heals or damage that's going onto the hazard, right? But you can do that same thing by bubbling these players, and you can take more than one player out of the game by doing that. You know, the reason that like
is that left side jumpable? Like if they stay there, because that's scary. That's so scary.
Not right this second. Not right this second. We'll have to wait until we're like more than 9 seconds into the round before we can talk about like some of the actual positions.
Yeah, I get
block.
that.
I just mean like the general concept at play here is like your team, they might be saying like, oh, can you maybe you're jumping backline and you're dying, so they're like, oh, can you just jump the tank more? Can you just like peel back more? But the reality is like you need to have like a stronger understanding of like what your hero is actually good at, and then you can like problem solve with what they're talking about. And you can think like, I'm not gonna jump to like actually dive and kill. I'm just gonna jump to block players, jump to slow down whatever they're doing over here. I can block a side and we can fight the hazard and main at the same time. And then you can back jump eventually and get some jump back damage on the hazard or whatever. But really like sometimes you can jump a hazard and you can throw your bubble down on him and you can get a kill that way. But it's really dependent on like, is he going first and just hard feeding? Because like if he, if hard feeds in, like sure, you can counter jump him and put a bubble down.
You can kill him.
Yeah, exactly. But your max value on monkey always comes from 1v2ing, 1v3ing, having a bubble that blocks more than just one player. And putting a bubble down on this guy, like he's a person that can jump away in 3 seconds. He's going to jump in and he's going to jump right back out again. So you want to go for someone where you can block them for a longer period of time. Here, like in just the staging phase, like you just like it's cool to like stay top and like get poked a little bit. Like you have Anakiri right now. You always want to be thinking like you're on a comp like this, you want to charge nano. Like your nano turns are incredibly strong. Like your versus comp like this, they have no boops. The only thing that can mess up your nano turn is like the sleep pretty much, or you jumping somebody that has their shift. So like a huge like unforced error on your part. So here like you should always be looking, just like charge up nano a little bit. Like you came down here to like avoid getting poked, but it's fine to like scout up and poke and top while you're just waiting. Because your Ana has a heal angle in main anyway. And like good monkey, like you always just want to have like awareness of where your Ana is. Right here, like this is just classic. Like you can just take some poke, get a bit of damage, and then drop down and stage for your next jump regardless. And like you don't even necessarily like coming down here, you want to jump on full condition. You want to have full health when you jump towards the back line. But down here is like, this is somewhere where it's a little bit harder for them to scout you, a little bit harder for them to boop you. because they don't have any boops, you may not necessarily even need to drop down to stage for your jump. You might just be able to do it from the high ground because, you know, you can go face to face to someone. It just depends on whether you're taking damage. Obviously, you're going to get shot more up here. Being bottom's better for not taking damage. But
to be fair, I think a common theme is going to be like I suck at charging nano now because I had like a period I'm an off tank player.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure if you've seen I was an off tank player, obviously. I'm sure if you've seen off tank players play Monkey, they don't know how to like fucking DP ever. Like they just love taking damage.
Oh, they're so good at taking damage, but then they over adjust and they take no damage.
Yes, and now I'm over adjusting and I'm taking no damage, and my Ana's getting nano like 2 fights after I get primal. It's like I don't think that should be happening.
Oh, for sure. Like you want to always be thinking about, like, in these comps, you see a backline like this, your nano turn, like you go nano into primal, it's not a free win, right? Like you have to be very good at Monkey for it to be a free win. But it's like a really big win condition where their counterplay, like when they play Anakiri, their counterplay is super limited. It's really difficult for them, especially before they have like a scaled up Ana or anything like that. It's just really high chance that you can win on a nano turn. So you really want to be engaged with the fact that you want to charge nano. So even just like the little stuff, like hey, you could be up here charging nano. Like I saw you dropped and you came down to the mega, like with the 17 seconds into the round. It's cool, but like you dropped and you came down to the mega straight away. And it's like, if you have a choice between sitting safe and getting healed or taking a mega, always sit safe unless there's like pressure, unless there's time pressure that you need to go, because you just charge more ult, you just charge more support ult that way. So there's no reason to take a mega and heal yourself when you can instead let your Ana heal you if you have the luxury of time. And here it looks like, you know, you've got, is everyone coming? This is a scrim, right? It's like everyone's talking about what's going on. Yeah, like you've got your Farakiri like staging over on the left-hand side. Yeah, this is the left, I'm not completely special. Staging over on the left-hand side, like setting up. While they're doing this, you can just scout out the enemy team, take a bit of poke, Don't do anything too aggressive. Maybe one soft jump, maybe not even a need to jump, you know, just jump up to the right top, take a bit of poke, see where everyone is. Get people looking at you, so then when these players swing out, it's all good. But yeah. All right, next, Hazard's right top, Ana's, oh yeah, okay. So here, like, this is like the exact moment that I was talking about, where it's like, if you go deep, like here already, like you get a bit of jump pack damage on the Ana, you get your bubble down, but it's like very greedy to like keep trying to fight her and keep trying to fight her and keep trying to fight her, because you're risking the fact that the Hazard can back jump you at any time. When you're jumping,
she's just not dying in that room. Like I can't chase her there. She has sleep up, I think.
Yeah, exactly. The only way she dies here is if she misses her point blank sleep at you when you chase. So like the really low chance. And everyone has their skills up right now. Like every single player has their skills up. So like the Hazard completely missed his wall. If this Hazard didn't miss his wall, if you put it here instead, you'd be in a much worse position. You know, you'd no longer be able to receive healing. You get booped in. Lots of trouble for you. So like you should really be looking like jumping right top. Not a terrible thing, right? Like it's really not bad to jump up here. But throw your bubble down, block the Ana. Play slow in your bubble. Try to juke the nade. Try to play to drop back down to like minimize your damage taken and then go for next. You know, maybe your next jump is up onto the Ana, maybe your next jump is back. You just need to play for your next step. You know, also if the Ana's playing really far back and you're down here, you know, you can also look for the players that are left top. But if everyone is stacked up here already and their Hazard is sort of just blocking it, I think it's like almost impossible for you to get over to these players. So I think blocking the Ana is right here, like taking the Ana out of the game. You just need to not play for a kill here. Just play like, I'm going to jump soft. I'm going to block. She's out of the game for a little bit. Now my team can start to swing over on the left-hand side. My team can start to walk up in main, and you can just take it from there. Because now there's less healing for their Hazard. And if he takes a turn, maybe there's some counterplay there for him. So here, like, you know, you're really trying to like press the advantage. The way you're pushing right now, it's like you're pushing like somebody has a pinch, somebody has a setup. You know, if there was somebody behind, like if you had a tracer and they're in the back, then go for it. You know, like go for this, like do this, get slept. It doesn't matter. Like you're pinching with someone else. But if you're just doing this solo, like, you need to be much more conservative with it for sure. Like the Hazard didn't even counter jump you. The Hazard is just continuing to jerk up off on the high ground. So like you've actually done quite a lot in terms of buying space and time for your team. You just need to make sure that you're going to live on your back jump now. But like if you're jumping like onto another player here, like if you're jumping onto a squishy when you don't have bubble, then maybe you're in the suicidal camp. Here, playing underneath is fine. Jumping top, like this is the problem. This is where it's like, you know, maybe now you're starting to get on the upper end of too aggressive. Like, yeah, because you were 1 second away from bubble when you jumped, you know? Like, you were on point, you weren't taking a whole lot of damage, you were like 1 second away from bubble. If you start taking a bunch of damage, you can back jump. If you're not taking any damage, you can keep touching the point, wait for the opportunity. And then, when the Ana starts to swing out and you actually have your bubble online, then you can go for your next jump. But don't jump up onto someone that can sleep you or, you know, don't commit your jump when you don't have bubble. And then you just wind up out in the open. Like, everyone's going to look at you, everyone's going to shoot you so hard now. Like, this is just, you know, you got to play around, like, the timing and like the flow of your bubble. Like all of your aggression comes when you have bubble, and then you really need to like chill or be much more reactive and chase people that have already used their shift when you don't have it. Like right now, if they're Sojourn sliding, sure, you can chase even if you didn't have bubble. But in this situation, maybe not. And now, like you're jumping top, but it's like a blind jump again. It's like you don't see anything. You're half. Yeah, you don't see anything. You're half health, and you have bodies on point right now. Like you're one of the bodies, so you can just touch point, play on this corner, and then when they start to swing out top, when they start to swing out here, you can use your bubble to block one of the two chokes. They start to swing main, you can just hold the corner and zap it. They start to swing top, you can jump up onto top, then throw down the bubble, and then look, you get jump pack damage on everybody. Your team gets to swing out like really good position. Like their Hazard gets no healing anymore. Everyone's super balled up. Like you'll just be in a good spot. But you need to think like my team needs to heal me up a little bit now. I'm half health. I'm blind jumping. There's just no purpose to this. And then like you're trying to go inside a little bit and zap, and maybe that's again like too aggressive. Like you're half health. Like settle for blocking with bubble if you're half health. Settle. And if you jump and there's nothing there, just chill. Just chill. You had point control. And now maybe your team is like, oh, we need you to come back and deal with the Hazard. But I mean, the Hazard just 1v2'd your backline. Like this isn't like a Winston problem. Like the Hazard with no healing and no follow-up damage just killed both of your backliners here. Like Crazy Cat and Helios both. Nobody else did a lick of damage to them. Hazard received 0 healing. Like the only reason they died is just because they got outplayed. You know, somebody messed up their shift. Yeah. Maybe somebody didn't hit something on the Hazard, and he just 1v2'd. Like that's just the way it is. Like what was happening in the front here was actually like, I'm not going to say good because we've already talked about like 15 different things you could have done better. But you know, at the end of the day, like backline being dead here, not super related to what's happening in the front line. Front line is not winning this forward trade, but close enough. You know, like at least you're going even. Like these players are not contributing to what's happening back here, and this is 1 versus 2. But yeah, jumping without your bubble like a couple of times, and then pressing your advantage when you're half health, just a bit much, to be honest. And now here, like jumping up top, you want to just like try and again jump top, charge up a little bit in nano, play for a more meaningful turn, like an ult swing turn, because you can win in the neutral. You can block their backline with this comp, and you can win in the neutral. But better than that still is charging up nano and winning with nano, because nano turns are so easy. Nano turns are so good. And, like you have the Kiri, so it's like then if you want to like get aggressive and straight line into an Ana's face, Kiri can just Suzu you and push with you, and it's all gravy. It all just works. Here again, you jump top. You push in the Sojourn, but like Hazard has like a double angle with you on the right top, and the rest of your team is not yet set up. You know, like you need to be really cautious about doing something like this with no setup. This jump would be insanely good if you had your Farah and your Kiri over on the left-hand side right now. Yeah. But we don't live in a fantasy world. Like they literally just respawned. Like the Kiri just respawned is coming back as fast as they can. And your Farah's not going to be swinging until they have a healer to help them as well. So here, like just a timing issue, just like an absence of patience where it's like, if your team is respawning, their team is already all there. Like you can afford to chill. You can afford to just take it slow, poke, scout them out, poke a little bit, relax, wait for the setup to actually come through. Because now like these players are swinging, you've jumped, done something very committal in main, and like, you know, even if you don't die here, even if you back jump and get out, now your team is ready to go. These players are ready to swing. You have 8 seconds until your next bubble. So now your push timing is kind of shit. So you really want to like try and preserve your cooldown for when the push turn is ready, but Ultima Web is just good for it. That is an old name, Ultima Web.
Yeah, ancient. The guy retired.
The guy was playing when I was playing Lucio.
I think.
It's like a West Coast demon from 2018. Like, what the fuck? It's back from the dead. All right, so here, now you have double skill, you have a 1-player advantage. Like, really difficult situation for you to lose, to be honest. Like, your backline like just needs to be cautious of not getting traded. Like the Hazard is right above you. This is where like as you go more and more advantaged, I suppose you can be more considerate of the fact that it's like you can perhaps I'm not saying you should jump the Hazard here because I really don't think you should jump the Hazard here. But as you go further and further up in the fight, it becomes more and more okay to jump players like Hazard, to stop Hazard from getting a trade by jumping on him and putting a bubble down. Because right here and right now, like you have 2 options, right? Or maybe 3 options. You can jump the Hazard and get booped off the high ground and do fucking nothing. You can jump up here and bubble up top and block, you know, maybe both backliners, which I think is probably like the best option. Or you can come and start moving towards the point. And once you start touching the point, then they have like pressure in another way, where it's like they need to deal with what's happening on the point. They need to swing out. I think right here though, like you have just like a clear option where it's like you can bubble top, you can block backline, and then you can drop to do point and do both. So this would be like your ideal option here. But, you know, if you get another kill, you make it a 5v3, like at that point, like back jumping onto the Hazard and stopping the Hazard from, you know, one-shotting your Ana or one-shotting your Ashe or whoever it may be, it becomes more and more acceptable because like as you get further up in the fight, you just want to secure the fight. You just want to stop the trades. And you no longer need to block backliners. Like they're not the ones that are going to get the trades. This guy is. So right here, jump up to the Kiri, throw your bubble down, backline's blocked inside, and then it's just being ready to, like, you know, drop down to the point, jump back up top again. Here is totally fine. Like, you played around your bubble the whole time. You're touching the point a little bit. You got that hazard so, like, outrageously low and dropped away. Like, you definitely, you know, there was, like, an element of cowardice in your play there where it's like you got this hazard so ridiculously low. You had jump pack as well. You've got, like, a Kiri that can Suzu you. You've got these backliners pocketing. Like, if you just get your ass behind their hazard, then suddenly their hazard stops receiving all healing. You know, like, they can't heal through you. If you just get your ass behind their hazard when you're like 450, 500 HP, and their hazard is literally like 1 HP, then maybe good things will come to you. You know, maybe if you try to position yourself again, like between things rather than in front of their hazard, there's a chance for the kill. And even if you didn't get between, even if you didn't block heals, even if you just stayed top and kept fighting when you had this huge lead, very reasonable chance that you're going to be fine. Big picture as well, like, there's a pretty low chance that you're going to die. Like, even if you do start to get chunked, even if, you know, maybe you get slept or something like that, because you're 99% on nano. You're 99% on nano. The old man has barrage. Like, there's lots of things that can be thrown into this, and you need to have, like, engagement with the big picture of the fight, like with what ults are coming as things progress. But anyway, here you're jumping top, and again, it's another blind jump on top. Like, you gotta cut this shit out. Like, jump on things that you can actually see. Jump where you know there is a target, not where you have, like, this vague inkling of a feeling that there's a target. Because now there's no jump pack damage for 5 seconds. You have a period of downtime. There's less players on the point. Your Ana is on the point. Your Ana is just going for gold right now. I'm not sure what this is all about. But, like, your bubble could be right here blocking these players. Their Tracer could be dead. Your Ana could be using the bubble. Game could be done in a million different ways. But we're just not there. We're just not there. Like, you're blind jumping top again, and now you're losing your turn. Someone's getting traded. Now you're slept somewhere where you're not going to get help. And you're going to win because the old man's good for it, but it's not ideal. It's not ideal.
Yes.
Salutations.
Alright, next turn. Now we're getting into, like, big old fight territory, where it's like, you don't have primal, but, you know, nano is up. You're going to have primal after the nano. There's, like, so much that you can do in these turns. And, like, better still, like, they don't have a counter nano. So, like, counter nano in this comp, probably, like, the biggest thing that can cuck you in these scenes. Maybe downpour as well. Downpour, if you don't have primal, is a bit of a problem as well if you jump and then get counter downpoured. But, like, the counter nano is, like, a big risk for you, and that's about it, because there's nothing else for speed. So, like, you know, as long as you're not jumping somebody that has TP. What's up?
You're just never getting hit by Hazel if you have bubble up now. Like,
true.
I feel like that'd be quite impressive.
Yeah, no.
I guess with primal.
Talent. Yeah. I mean, with primal, like, you can just jump away from it anyway, so, like, it's probably not even, like, a big issue, to be honest. I think it's so hard to counter the Winston, unless, you know, you run away from the bubble or it gets blown up or whatever. And you don't have primal. There's so many conditions for him. Here, this is a good start. Like, this is a good start staging wise. I should go back and look at how you kind of approach this all, because, like, right now your whole team, I think, is alive. Like, nobody has been traded out. You have high ground control. You see the Tracer going bottom. Hazard comes and clears you, so you come back a little bit. That's fine. You get shot. You back jump. This is all pretty reasonable, to be honest. I think, like, overall, like, your team could have, like, swung out a lot more. Like, they were all on respawn. You were all alive. You don't need to have so many players. This is more like team feedback than individual, I suppose, which is probably useless.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you
like,
know,
you don't need.
Well, I mean, I am the one who fight plans.
Fair
so,
enough.
Like,
but yeah, like, you only need one person on cart. You know, in a scene like this, like, you don't need the 3 cart. This is all free push, like, all the way through. So you never need more than one person on cart. You should have everyone forward and swinging, especially your Ana, because, like, if your Ana is not on cart, like, I'd say leave Kiri on cart, or, you know, maybe even leave Ash on cart, but probably leave Kiri, because Kiri can play back and TP forward if need be. So, like, you leave your Kiri on the cart, everyone plays forward. You can go for, like, aggressive nades. They step up in a space like this, and you're maintaining top. You know, you get, like, a big nade, nano you, and you can just chop through them and just keep fighting and keep fighting. You know, they shouldn't just get, like, a completely free walk up here. You should at least half fight for it. I'm not saying you have to commit to it, but everyone balled up around this corner when you just want to fight and they all just respawned, it feels like it's a bit much, you know?
Okay.
Like, it looks like you just got wiped and now they're camping you in spawn, but you didn't just get wiped, they did. So, like, you know, there's definitely more opportunity for your team to swing a little bit more and, like, hold the space a little bit more aggressively. But here, you see the Sojourn off to the right, 100% good to, like, watch their Sojourn walking wide, block her. Hazard, like, counter jumps you. I think pretty much all good here, but this jump is shocking. Like, this jump is absolutely shocking. Like, where are you going? You know, like, yeah, it's just like, you did your job. You know, you really did your job. Maybe the only thing that you could have done, like, a little differently is, like, I'm not sure about the order of when he used the wall. If Hazard used his wall here, maybe you could have, like, ducked in and taken the mega, just stolen the mega from him, and then gone for your next jump from there, like with the mega HP. But honestly, that's, like, I'm not even, I can't even be asked to rewind that. I don't even know if it's true. I might just be lying to your face. But this jump is like the real problem, you know, where it's like, you've just taken your turn. You took your turn. You jumped over to the surgeon. You didn't use your bubble then. You had to use your bubble because the hazard counter jumped you. But now, like, your turn is over. You do not have primal. Nano is on someone else. If you're jumping in, you're giving your life, or you're just, you know, you're jumping in, getting double jump pack damage to build your ult. You don't have primal yet. You're half HP. You don't have bubble. Like, the chances that you jump someone and don't get blown up before you build primal, really, really low. So your next jump better be good, you know, or it better just be a back jump to get out, or jump up onto the high ground so you can get some heals. But here, middle of everyone into their carry ult, like
high jump on carry ult.
Huge
so looking
respect.
At, like, yeah.
So here, I mean, I would be astounded if you live. You do not. You know what the mistake is too. But it's just about like the intention and the not rushing it. And I understand that there's a huge balance between not rushing it and actually playing fucking Overwatch. You know, like actually doing something rather than sitting there just thinking and doing nothing. Obviously, you need to make fast judgments in the game. But like here, like a few of your consistent issues already, they're just these jumps without purpose. You know, it's like you're down here and you're jumping top because you think something's going to be here. You're down here, their hazard is gone, and you're just jumping into main for no reason because it's like, I feel like I have to jump. But you don't even need to jump. You can just walk a couple steps back and get some healing down here. You can just stand on the point and wait for you to actually see something that you can jump and then go for it. Don't rush these things, really, because like if you waste your turn jumping, especially when you have no bubble, like God help you. And here, like you went for a Nano Pharah turn and all of that, and I don't know. I'm not sure what came of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the idea was that like I'm just gonna farm primal anyway, which obviously didn't fucking happen. But
yeah, it's totally fine to Nano the Pharah. And maybe like even the timing wasn't that bad. I do think that it's like you jumped over to their Sojourn down here. Their Sojourn has to shift away. Your next shift is a great timing to use the Nano because then you can go and Pharah can go at the same timing to go chase that Sojourn that just shifted away from you, if that makes sense. Or you can use the Nano to kill the hazard that shifted onto you and whatnot. But it seemed like the Nano came out like same timing that you jumped the Sojourn here. And it's like if the Nano comes out like at the very beginning of the fight, then it's kind of just like putting all of your eggs in the old man basket, hoping that he can chase down the Sojourn that slid away because you're not going to be chasing. And I mean, like if you would like to rely on Ultima Web for all of your good graces, then go for it. But yeah,
preferably not. Like,
let's try for someone under the age of 25, like ideally. All right.
I was speaking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, like, I was young when I started competing." I was like, "Oh wait, how old were you when you started competing?" And he was like, "I was 18 when I started competing," and I didn't even like do the maths, but I just know that makes him like at least like mid-20s, right?
Yeah,
like,
no, he's so fucking old. Like he was competing, and I feel like he was old when I was playing. And I was like, I was old, so it's like, there's no way. There's just no way. All right, so here you've cleaned up a kill on the Sojourn. You're pressing the advantage here. It's okay to just like keep poking top and then go when you have bubble again. But it's like you can also like drop and do something right now. Now it's like you have like no vision of anything. Like maybe there's something happening in main. Maybe it's cool to just maintain. I guess your plan here, it's like you have primal. You just saw their hazard. You shift over here. Could be a cue for you to go. Could be a cue for you to, you know, maybe look at something, block their backline so that then your team can shoot the hazard right now. Like you have primal, you want to go backline. So really, like, if their hazard shifts out and your whole team can trade out on that hazard, you know, your Ashe can swing and your Ana can nade and your Kira can shoot them and your Pharah can shoot them. As soon as you start blocking backline and the rest of your team starts shooting the hazard, he's just alone. He's just alone in the world. So here, you saw the hazard you shift, but you're not trading out. You're still AFK on top. You're still AFK on top. Right now, like, look at this from their Ana's perspective. Their Ana can keep playing back of main and keep pocketing the hazard. Heal the hazard up here. Heal the hazard down here. As soon as their hazard takes a turn, it's a cue that you probably need to take a turn as well. You could have dropped down into main when their hazard shifted, thrown down your bubble in main, block the Ana, block the Sojourn, pop primal, go juggle the Sojourn into spawn. You know, just like make it so that you're dealing with two players with your ult and their hazard is alone in the world. It's ambitious.
Yeah.
Right,
I am despite all things European. Like,
okay,
let's
all right.
turn it down a bit.
You want the European equivalent? You want the European equivalent? You drop down here, you put your bubble down on the Ana, you get slept. The Ana and the Sojourn come in to try and one-shot you. They nade you and they shoot you. You pop primal. You kind of like flail around on the ground for a little bit, bumping them into walls like you're playing on, what's it, pinball? And then you back jump and you die trying to get back because you fucked up. But at least you tried and the hazard didn't get any healing. Maybe the rest of your team, maybe the old man came in clutch and killed the hazard again. Just do something when their tank takes a turn.
To be fair, I think I'm just like I think like that jump like under feels really weird for me. Probably because I'm used to playing Diva, And if I'm playing D.Va on this map, the idea of like flying a backline there is just like wrong. You know, like it just has like rolling signs in my head.
Because it's like you get all the way down to here as D.Va and it's like you're out of steam, you know, like you've used your shift on long range, so you don't get like close range rockets. Like D.Va wants to be close when she gets the engagement. Monkey's a bit different, where it's like you can go a really long distance. Like you drop from here, you jump to here, you will get jump pack damage on the Ana and put your bubble down and then have primal to follow through and keep fighting and keep fighting. Like even without getting a kill, you can 1v2 these characters for so fucking long. Like you can just waste their time for an incredible amount of time. And because their tank is out, that's your cue to go. As soon as somebody takes a turn, you need to respond with a turn unless their turn is so catastrophically bad that they're just killing themselves. But here, that's not really what their hazard is doing unless you start blocking these players here, because otherwise their hazard is going to get up here and take this side and then have better staging for his next shift. So as soon as he's shifted out, it's your time to shine. You know, you've got primal, you can do something. And playing right click zapping simulator on their tracer, it's just like, you're just gonna get shot out doing this. Your Kiri's dead now because like their Kiri swung over on the side. Like all of this, like standing up top, zapping a tracer, zapping a tracer, zapping a tracer, like it's so useless. Like she's doing more damage to you than you're doing to her with this. And their Kiri swung out, you could jump her, but really I think like the best option for you, because it's a primal turn, is, you know, deal with these players back of main. Bubble blocks a lot inside this choke, and then your primal wastes all the time in the fucking world. So then the rest of your team can trade out in main. So there's like, you had the power position, but then just like spend all your time AFK during it. And now like you're jumping back line, but it's like a 3v5. So like, please God, don't use your ult. Just look at that though. You're good for one. All right, you got your one. Get out of there. Oh, good for two. If you jump in again, okay, you're fine. You're fine. All right, so they're like the trades that oh my days. Okay, like just a lot of like greed, where it's like you're in a 3v5 and like the cut's so far that it's like nobody really has a respawn advantage, you know? Like their spawn is your spawn is very, very far, their spawn is very, very far. You get trades in a 5v3, like your team is still a million miles away. And then you got two, like Helios got one, you got one, good for that. Don't jump back in for another suicide jump. Wait for your team to respawn and take the eventual 4v3 that you've created, you know? Like, don't keep rushing into it until people are actually here. Because now your Kiri has had to TP on and Suzu on. And, like, if Ki is really dialed in, you just shoot your Kiri in the face and kill her. Or kill you. It feels like both of you are dancing with death right now. So there's a very real chance that this is not going to work out. And, yeah, it looks like your Kiri is the one. No fucking way. Ki is just S-king away from your Kiri. Just doesn't get the kill. Just grow up. All right. Okay, it's actually working out perfectly. So like I was saying, everything that you did up until this point was fantastic. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. I think they're just, you know, I think like half of the team are just not like dialed in.
Yeah, I mean, your Kiri was just dead, you know? Like your Kiri was dead until their hazard out of respect decided to walk away from her. But either way, like it's just a very, very scrappy fight where it's like you've actually created advantage situations multiple times. You had an advantage situation up on this high ground. You had a potential win, again, like when you made a 4 versus 3, but like you just keep pressing the advantage now. Like you're down and you try to get the trades when it's a 3v5. You're down and you try to keep jumping aggressively instead of waiting for your respawns. Even like, you know, when you're down here, like you could be playing for a nano and then going with your nano on the first point, but like it's just not happening. There's no like engagement in this like bigger picture of like, where is my team? It's always like there's a target in front of me, I need to fight that target, I need to get that kill. But Winston is very much about like seeing the bigger picture and seeing how like you personally can block players so that your team can kill the game. Your team can kill the enemy, and you can just, you know, waste a couple people's time. You are woefully European, so like let's write off the idea of you 1v9 fielders juggling their whole team in.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are again. Jump up to this high ground. This is a good like staging jump. Just, you know, puts you above. You can start blocking. I think maybe it's a little like conservative the way that, you know, you're just like kind of dropping in and like full condition throwing down your bubble for like not a whole lot of anything. But there's also like there's stuff happening in main right now where maybe you're feeling the pressure to do something. But just bear in mind, like you were full health, you were up here. If your bubble, like if your position is a bit more, you know, out into the open, and your bubble is actually like blocking more than just the one player, maybe you're blocking like the nade and the heals that go onto the hazard, and your team can win this trade with the haz. But if you're over here on the right and you're using the bubble bubble just on the surgeon, like no pressure at all, no pressure. Like this surgeon is not having their angle deleted by your bubble. This Ana, all of these players are not having any of their angles deleted by what you're doing with the bubble. So it's a good staging jump to be up here so that you don't have to jump on. But if you just drop down here and use some little, you know, limp bubble in a corner, like you're blocking nothing at the end of the day. Back jump's good though. Just live and charge nano. Take a little poke and charge nano. Your Ana's alive and playing safe, so get poked and charge nano, and get poked and charge nano. You hate charging nano. You hate nano boost.
I really do.
Yeah. And don't play Brig in a hazard. Brig sucks in a hazard. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. They have a tracer. Maybe you're getting chopped up by that. Maybe one trick is a Brig one trick. Is one trick a Brig one trick?
No, I'm pretty sure it was a Zen one trick originally.
Okay, keep playing Carry then. They're good for that. They're good for that.
Yeah.
Here, don't take a mega when you're full HP and your Ana can heal you. Make nano. Fucker. All right, let's just charge the nano, and then like this staging jump is good again. Like this staging jump is good. Blocking the carry from up here is okay. You're gonna get shot out as well. Maybe you can bubble and then back jump again. But like don't come bottom right and take the mega because you're just accomplishing nothing here. You know, like you're working your way through the right hand side in a bunch of space where the hazard, if he ever sees you, just wall jump. I'm gonna fucking 1v1 you and it's not good for you at all. And you're not charging nano while you're down here, and you're not taking a high ground off them. Like it's just like low purpose, you know. There's really like you're not Ramatra, you know. You're not trying to walk towards the enemy team's backline. Like you want to do something more like deny them a high ground. And now hazard gets antied. It's your time to shine. You can step up, but you know you're playing. Oh, this is fine. This is fine to be honest. Like you walk up bottom right, you see a carry on the side, you jump her and you block her out. Maybe you're gonna get.
I like really didn't want to bubble that. I have like this thing where it's like in my head, if I'm jumping like a Kiryu or a Surge, I just hate bubbling it. But I did it anyway.
I think it's super reasonable to do it, to be honest.
Okay, yeah. So it's because like it's like one of those like dilemmas in my head where it's like, okay, if I jump this without bubble, I probably fucking die, right? Like they probably just like look at me and I fall over. But if I use bubble, then I don't have like bubble for second jump. You know, like I want to clear the carry angle, then get second jump and win off second jump. But
yeah, I mean, it's just
maybe it's worth waiting that 8 seconds. Like
it's just a little unreasonable, is all, to like expect that you can always clear someone without using your bubble. You know, sometimes you do just have to use both skills to do it, right? Like if you jump this carry here and you don't use bubble, like you're getting shot in the back by their surgeon and their Ana and their hazard. Like you're completely fucked. Like you must bubble and split her from the team and give yourself some help. Otherwise, you're just gonna get shot out. Like there's literally no way.
Yeah.
Same as when the carry was up here. You know, like you jump this carry up here, like you get jump pack damage and you do a good thing. But if you don't use your bubble, like again, same situation. Like you're just in the open. Like you're just going to take all the damage in the world. The only way that you can avoid using bubble is if a player is playing like right on a corner and you can like really isolate them, you know? Like if you can jump over to the side and completely line aside everyone else, you know, like the carry is like all the way down here, like in this doorway. Then you can like jump down here and nobody can swing you from down here without swinging your team at the same time. But if their carry is playing more in line of sight of the rest of their team, like it's always context specific, but like there's nothing wrong with your bubble here. Your bubble's totally reasonable.
Okay,
I guess the problem is more just like, you know, there's no ults being used. I don't know if their carry ult was up before you jumped or after, but like you need to see like the bigger picture of like how are we going to win in this turn. When you're jumping and you're jumping to carry, your team needs to be like trading and doing something at the same time. So you need to be like aware of what is my team doing. So like if we go back and we look at this from like the top down, which is probably spectacularly useless for you because you're playing from POV, but you know you want to like turn around and see what people are doing and know what everyone is doing at the same timing. Here it's like your team is in main, their hazard is anti, their hazard is back jumped. Right now, your team should be ready to like swing and start shooting and start fighting. You jump carry, your team is sort of like far back, their carry ult has happened. I think, you know, maybe in this scene, there's a case for the fact that like, you know, your jump here is fine. And if you started resting down here instead of coming inside to this room, everything would be okay. Because if you're resting down here, you get heals, you line of sight these players, and Hazard can't wall you inside. So your team could just continue to swing main, continue to walk up in main, and you would get the best of every world, where you've blocked the carry, there's potentially a mega you can walk to, your Ana has a heal angle for the entire time that you're playing, their Sojourn and their Ana can't see you. Literally everything that you want happens. But if you jump down here, and then you walk inside this room, suddenly your Ana can't heal you anymore, your Brig can't heal you anymore, your Ashe can't follow up with anything, and their Hazard can 1v1 you in a small room. So here it's just like understanding that it's like, a jump to here, you will not require bubble if you can rest out of line of sight of their hit scan. The thing that requires you to use your bubble is always unless like, is their tank face to face with me? Does their hit scan have an angle of me? Does their Ana have an angle of me? And if their Kiri's playing down here and she's resting over on this side, you're gonna have to bubble at the end of the day. But if she's down here and you jump her and you can rest from their hit scan, maybe you can just preserve the bubble and then they counter jump you. But their Hazard's not going to counter jump you because you just got antied and stuff. So really, I think it's super possible. But yeah, because you kite inside the room, you need to stay away from small rooms versus Hazard. That's why like blocking and controlling is a lot better, like especially on like the first point, because you know you go into these small rooms, Hazard back jumps you and kills you. Although that didn't happen because the Hazard was just playing above your backline and killing them instead. Just happened.
Just traded me for 2 out of nowhere and then...
So here, they're good for 1. You're watching for the Tracer. You don't really have a whole lot of time to do anything right now. Like you just jump to the cart and like by the time you have your next set of cooldowns up, you're dead. I think playing from the cart is probably not ideal. Like maybe once your jump is back up, you want to like jump up the top and start staging for your next engagement. Like you're just AFK on the cart, AFK on the cart, AFK on the cart, AFK on the cart. Like you had jump for quite some time, I think. If you like jumped up the top and started to get above, then you can drop on these players full condition and you know start blocking backline, maybe kill some backliners. You're 80% to ult. You have nano, like lots of options available to you. But if you're just on the cart, like none of them will precipitate. Now that 2 players are dead as well, you're closing in on last fight. Like you can fight this 3v3, 4v3, whatever we've got going on. Or you can, again, just chill for last. Just chill for, like, the winning condition. And right now, the win condition is, for sure, to play slow and to take a 5v5 when you actually have ults. Because you have soon Primal, have Nano, their counters to Nano, like Nano Monkey, are just generally low in the comp. Even when they have a Lucio, still Nano Monkey is very powerful, especially when you can layer it with the Primal afterwards. So here, like, keep pushing in main, maybe not to play. Now just play slow, play slow. Looks like that's what your team is doing. Looks like you're playing slow and waiting for more. Clear the Tracer behind, hopefully. Jump up top and just kind of chill on stage. Chill, but don't come inside small rooms because Hazard can wall you and just fuck you instantly. So here, like, if their Hazard walls you inside, I'd be a little scared for you. Respectful Hazard just opts not to do it until you're out of the room. I love that. It's a real nice guy you've got on the enemy team, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
The rack attack of fucking Hazard players. Anyway, now they use Surge ult in main, and your fire is just insta-dead. You can jump for this, like you can blind jump it, you can get the nano, you have gone for that. It's ideal if you can jump the... Oh, no, you can't come back. You gotta... Maybe people are saying you have to touch. Maybe you're already just in like a completely fucked situation, to be honest. But I think overall, like if we just sort of like break down like what's gone wrong in this fight, you're up top, right? You come inside here, cooked, you know, straight away. It's like easy for the Hazard to block you. You want to like start up top right and then come back towards cart and then like look for your jump angle up in main. The second your Ana is back, you want to like look for your jump angle up in main, receive nano, have vision, jump on someone and actually get full jump pack damage. But here, like already forced back by their Hazard, a little bit awkward, not able to step up in main with like good vision. Their Sojourn, I mean, maybe a little bit of a lucky pick. Maybe your team, you know, maybe Ultimate Web could have done something to not be dead here, not just been like out in the open versus the clock. But overall, like your staging at the start of the fight, not terrible. Just this room is always dicey versus Hazard if he actually shifts up to match you. And you just want a good jump angle where you can see people. So like you were quite far back. Maybe it's because your Ana's not... Yeah, your Ana's just not here yet. Maybe your Ana's just respawning. But really, you just want to get the nano, go backline, have someone flanking at the same timing, like maybe your Pharah's conking in with that same timing, and it's all good. But in this final scene, I don't know, like, it's kind of hard for you to stage in this exact moment. Your team is on respawn, their team is on respawn, they pop clock and literally one-shotted your Pharah in half a second. You jump backline, you got jump pack damage on the Ana, but you didn't want to push out. And here, like, you're 97% on Primal, you have jump, you're nanoed, you should keep trying to find kills here. You should be jumping to one of the Lucio on the Ana and going for the kill, you know? Like, jump, and melee, and jump pack damage, and one of these players will die if you still have the nano, and the Lucio just used boop to get you the first time, so he doesn't have it for the second. It's like, you could kill one of the Lucio on the Ana here with your next jump, I think. Does the Ana have sleep? She still has sleep, so maybe go for the Lucio. But you do that, you pop Primal, maybe you can back jump afterwards and you can touch the card again. Like if you wanted to clutch this in like an outrageous way. But because you come back to the cart, like when you started coming back to the cart, when you made the decision to stop doing something, there was 6 seconds left on the clock. You have 6 seconds to play with, you know? The only way that you lose is like, you know, if you just get slept. But like, if you don't kill people here, you're going to lose anyway. So, you know, touching the cart, 6 seconds on the clock, just don't be a pussy. Rarely is that good advice to give a Winston player. But in this exact circumstance, when you have Primal, here we are.
I swear Scrim Code used to like not like, when it was in replay, it used to not do this. Like, it used to not show the spawn thing.
Oh, it's always. I think it's always had like the add time stuff. But like, I think at some point a version of it would like start the replay like when the scrim started, maybe.
Yeah,
but
yeah, but I think that might have been the Sato one.
It would have like
this one.
Yeah, but it would have like the middle time, maybe possibly, not 100%. I miss Sato. All right, so here this back jump is a little dicey. You don't have great options because like they're pressuring the right hand side and they're coming here at the same time.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, a better one is to just drop and just play like under high ground.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you have the option to drop off this side, you should never want to like back jump away, because now that you've back jumped away, you don't have choice anymore. It's a lot better if if you're playing right here, you're just gonna get poked from the double angle and there's nothing you can do. But if you're playing like more towards this corner, then you have like more of a luxury of like, oh, they're top, I'm gonna drop, and then I'm gonna jump back up and block their honor and go from there. But back jumping over to this high ground, now you're just playing sniper monkey. You see their hazard go, you see their honor up top. Here, like she was actually quite low. Like maybe there was a world that you can get.
This is tragic. Oh no, my bubble didn't drop. I thought my bubble dropped there, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's like on the edge.
But you see how this blocking gameplay works, where it's like you didn't even kill the honor, right? But like if your team just does their job at dealing with the hazard and you're blocking their honor inside, like you did so little, but your bubble did the job, Like you actually did a lot because you maintained in your bubble and you stopped their Ana from walking up, and then because their Ana can't walk, their hazard is just dead, And now your next jump over to the side, all good because you're like quite advantaged and you want to trade out these kills and your team is there. So it's not like a suicide jump, doesn't matter that you don't have bubble. Next turn. Ana's top, you drop. Okay, lovely. All right. Here, this is where it gets like a little more dicey, Like you're jumping up, the hazard is right here, Like it's really hard for you to block if their tank is face to face with everyone else. If their hazard is playing back here and their backline is swinging out, their hazard is like low key doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like their hazard has to shift to your squishies in order to do something. So like your timings to go are like, did we hit a nade? Do we have a big dynamite? Do we have a big burn? Do I have like a really good angle to get good jump pack damage on their Ana? Or has their hazard shifted? Has their hazard shifted? So I need to go and start blocking someone as well. But if you're just jumping up like here in the neutral, no burn, no anti, no nothing, hazard right in your face, congratulations, you just lost your turn. Like they use nade, they use wall, but like what's going to happen now? You're going to have no bubble. They're going to wait this out, and then they're going to come back out, and you're going to have no chance to stop them anymore because you have no bubble. You don't want to jump up.
It's very similar to like, I guess like hazard is probably very similar to D.Va in that like, kind of like one of the triggers is the hazard using shift.
Exactly.
In the same way that like if a diva uses fly and she's not like flying to her backline, I want to go like cleave her backline every time.
Exactly right. Yeah. Like your shifts are very often informed by like their tank shift because you want to like match their movement. And yeah, this back jump again is like you're getting double angled by Echo a little bit. Again, maybe you can like try to change your position and like block the other side instead. Like if they're all over here, maybe you can deal with the player that's in main. Maybe you can deal with the players that are down here. But back jumping up onto this high ground, it's like probably the least effective of all the options because now you're like quite far away. You can't drop onto this player. You can't block these players without going for like a big long jump. So it's probably like the least effective of all the options. Maybe you wanted to start like moving towards this side and blocking here and getting healed from main. But already like the biggest mistake has already come through, right? Like you can't do anything super aggressive anymore because you jump top into their hazard honor and now you just have no turn. Like your bubble's gone. You got anti. They just get to like swing and you can't do a lot about it. It's like Echo on the left and like Sojourn bottom right. There's like too many things here, and this jump is again, it's like really like super useless where it's like your jump needs to have some sort of like purpose to block someone or to like farm and chill, like you want to like come forward and farm and take some damage and then back jump so that you're not going to die, right? But like a side to side jump here when your honor is back of main, like look at this, win condition is just around the corner, 94% on nano boost. Like I don't know if Crazy Cat tells you this during the fight, but like when you're on Winston, you constantly want to be pressing tab and checking your honor's ult charge. You constantly want to be like, if they're not telling you, you need to figure it out for yourself. You need to discover that for yourself because it's so important. Like right now, 94% on nano. If you just kept staying up here and getting poked and charging nano, then when you have nano and you've conceded a tick or two, or when you see them take a turn, you can go and you can do something with that nano and you can carry the game. But jumping inside here, it's like, congrats, now you're going to take no damage. Your honor's going to struggle to get the nano. She's going to have an awkward angle to nano you later on. Like everything that could carry the game through the nano is now impossible. And as you get poked, like no one can come and help you. And yeah, here it's like you receive the nano, but it's already like very awkward. liquid, you know? Like you're not jumping onto anyone else's shift. Your Ashe has died. You can't like counter jump after they jump there.
I don't have bubble.
Yeah, exactly. Like too many conditions have already been cooked. So now it's like it'll be very fortunate if you get something. Oh, looks like you might get 3. But
No.
I can dream.
If I had the bubble, then yeah, but
alas, the bubble was spent on going into a small room versus a hazard. It's a nice room.
I think I do that again here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, I think I jump straight top left and just get pinched.
Just rest in here. Make sure when you're gonna rest, it's like you've got 2 options, right? You can rest out here where your Ana can see you and the hazard has to swing on you, or you can rest in here where your Ana can't see you and the hazard can wall you. Be sure to choose the worst option every single time. Like, I love that. All right, so yeah, you're stuck inside. You're gone. All right, again, just like classic thing where it's like same as what was happening down here. Like you can go for all of these jumps where it's like you need to rest in line of sight of your Ana. You need to rest where they can't see you and your support can see. Your support can see you, they can't see you. Inside here, it's like it's a double dinger. You know, your Ana can't see you and their hazard has best space possible. So here, just like outrageous feed, like just no justification really. And the old man was good for 1 at least. All right, and now like everyone, he's always good for 1. Yeah, it's that old man wisdom. Now
he plays like he has like the going up to a random person in the street and fighting them play style, you know? Like
oh yeah. All right, so here. Oh my God! Come on. Just 1 time. All right, so there's no explicit feedback here. It just hurt. Like just my kingdom derivative jump pack damage. You know, like it's just two squishies for you to kill. I would give it all. I would give it all away for some jump pack damage. Really, I don't think you need to primal here, and it seems like you know that too. No problem. Next fight.
Just get jump scared by an Ana.
That's alright. It's good. It's an advanced staggering technique. Just works.
That point really does feel awkward for Monkey on this map. I don't know why.
Right here?
I think it's just like, yeah, I think it's just like that like top left stage is just so weird.
Yeah, it's just like
to play into like
coming up here. A lot of the time, they're just gonna come top and clear you out. And Hazard can kind of fuck you up here as well. Like usually the monkey wants to like rest here and get healed by their Ana far away. Your Ana's close for reasons unknown. But usually like your monkey wants to like rest up top and get healed from far away. And the problem is that like Hazard really fucks with that plan. Where it's like Hazard can jump up here and wall you in and wall off your Ana and fuck you in this little room. And at the same time, like it's just easy for them to clear up here. It's not like it's impossible to play monkey though, because again, like kind of in the same way that monkey's good when you're like staging up here, people have to come through these like big long far chokes where bubble is quite effective. You know, people swing in here and they swing in main or their back main at the same time. You jump here, you bubble, your primal fights are really good. Like your primal fight is insane in this room where you can block the rest of their team off and you can primal in here, or you can primal someone into back of main and you can go really, really far and your team can fight main at the same time. It's not impossible. It's not great either. Oh, I see why you're on us forward. You're going for an aggressive push with mana. This is cool. Jump to nothing. Should be shot.
Yep.
Alright, final fight. Crazy Cat's coming back on Kiri. You're on Lucia Kiri for the final fight. Maybe that's good. They have downfall. Maybe you want to.
I think we were going. Oh yeah, we were just going early. We were just called to go like really early.
Okay.
I think.
Also somewhat reasonable, but this is like, you know, contingent on like a little bit of setup, and like it looks like your Tracer has the setup, but a few players also don't. Like your Ashe is like really, really far away and not ready to swing out here at all, and not going to see anything when you go around this corner at all. Your Lucio is like figuring out how to wall ride right now and stuck underneath a little lip, so like maybe stick to Zen, buddy. It's just like this forward fight sucks. Like just like you can see like the fundamentals of it. There's just no. Maybe you're going to win here anyway. Like maybe you're going to kill with like maybe you're going to kill them and they're not going to get Susan and it's all going to turn out okay. But like this looks like shit. Like your Lucio's missing the fight, your Ashe is missing the fight. Like it's just way too fast. Like forward fights require setup. If you swap to a bunch of fast heroes in spawn, those fast heroes still have to get to the fight. And players like Ashe, like heroes like Ashe, they need to set up. Like she needs to be like up here ready to swing at the same timing, and that's not happening. So like,
or like stairs.
Yeah. So you're like blocking a lot, and it'll work, right? It just didn't look pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the advantage is like
it wasn't really a macro thing. It was just like you know, average like 4.5 scrim where it's just like, oh fuck, I'm scared.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it's a
good timing. Yeah, exactly. But it's a good timing to do it because they have to touch the card.
Yeah.
It's just like players could have done things better. Like Ash could have flanked way sooner because she never died, so she could have flanked way sooner. And Lucio, instead of like trying to figure out how to wall ride up here and getting his head stuck on a ledge, could have just actually hard yeeted up main and sped with you, and then everyone would have been in the fight. You know, like the only people that were missing really was like Lucio and Ash, and they both could have solved that in their own way. So like nothing wrong with the big picture of it. And the timing wasn't even that bad because they had to touch. So you fight them down here, they have to come touch, all good. All right, next code.
All right.
Was 7CJ. Oh, I read out all the numbers and I didn't look at my keyboard. My hands are just in the wrong place. I'm just lost on the keyboard. Hopeless. Let me get myself some water. Hang on a second. Hello. Got 20 seconds and 2 minutes.
Mom, I'm an Overwatch agent.
Salutation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initial.
Hey. Yeah, so this is just like, you good? You choking?
Yeah, no, I was working on it. We're back. We made it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so like part of the reason why like I was like, okay, yeah, you know, actually like a ranked monkey VOD is gonna be is I fucking suck at monkey in ranked. Like this season I decided like, yo, okay, I'm just gonna learn monkey on my main account. Instead of just one-tricking Sig and being like a one play. And I immediately like just fucking instantly like I placed like M1 and I just immediately dropped to M4 early season and I finally started getting it back, but like this character's still fucking hard and ranked. Like,
I think this character, like, you know, because a lot of the reliance comes from like your ability to like identify these like big carry moments and take over then, or to block so then your team kills people. Like that will work in ranked, obviously, but maybe maybe that works a little better when you have like guaranteed humans on your team. You know what I mean?
Like specifically, like I just need to like specifically like I think I suck at looking at where my backline is, which in ranked matters a lot more than in scrims because if I'm in scrims, if I just like walk somewhere, my backline's gonna fucking scream at me. You know, like they're gonna slam me. They're gonna be like.
Exactly.
Like hard slamming me, like you're out of LOS, but you know, like in ranked, like no one's fucking saying anything, and they're waiting till after fight to slam me.
Yeah, people will correct your mistakes in scrims, but they will never correct it in ranked. And people have good habits in scrims, whereas in ranked, like you can't rely on anybody's good habits. And like the fact that like you never really like seem to be like thinking about nano or charging nano for your team, like this is stuff you can do in ranked. You can spam Z or spam X and stand on a corner where your Ana can see her and look at her. You know what I mean? Like it's all possible. I don't know if you comment ranked, but like you know all of this stuff is possible in ranked.
I'm trying to get back into it.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have.
I never used to.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like, guilt you into talking in ranked or anything like that.
I mean, honestly, like it'd just be great for like elo maxing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I love seeing the number go up too. I'm 27 years old, and it still makes me happy when I see the number go up. So like anything for that number. Here, this back high ground versus like their high ground. Like their high ground is always going to be like better unless you're actually blocking someone on your high ground. Because like you jump up here, they can all see you, and you can't drop on anyone. You jump up here. They can all see you still, but at least you can drop on someone and bubble them and block some players, you know? Like you can bubble here and block the corner and zap a little and then turn around and zap this queen and then back jump, you know? But if you start back here, like what the fuck are you doing? You know, like you're playing Sniper Monkey unscaled. You don't have chain lightning. You got nothing. You're just like, hey, shoot me in the face, please. So don't do that.
And the crits just into the vents out.
Like I was saying, it works perfectly. It literally works perfectly. You literally couldn't have done that better. Like I was saying. And then here, like this matchup in particular, like it's really good if you can like mark like their Moira, their Genji. Like these are the characters that like you do the best job at like chasing down. So it's like you made a 5v4, you killed their queen. I didn't even know where their Genji was, and I'm pausing and fucking flying around in free cam. But like you want to mark their Genji a lot. When you were up here, their Genji was up here. I saw that much, you know? So you want to mark their Genji a lot. Bubble, and then chase Genji, and chase Genji, and chase Genji. Their Genji just got a trade and made a 5v4, a 4v4, and like that is your job above all else to chase Genji. You can jump Genji, make him dash away. Because if he dashes away, he's not going to get a trade anymore, you know? Genjis only get trades when they still have their dash up. So really, like, you want to chase Genji a lot. Make it hard for him.
It's kind of the same as like how like if I was on Sig here, I'd just be like, okay, if this Genji uses dash, like every time he uses dash, he's dead. So I just want to make him use dash constantly.
Yeah, you just want to be like permanently marking him out the game, and your hero is like the best counter to him in the universe. So here,
no.
you tried.
It's tragic. I should have just jumped top. Like
yeah, just jump top so that then he can't walk away from you like that. But you know, it's okay. You live and you learn. Now you know. And now, like, you can, for sure, like, you can jump forward a little sooner and, like, throw down your bubble. Like, you don't have to jump into players and take a big risk, but, like, they have Lucio, you know? Like, if you don't go soon, they're going to run away and be safe. So, like, you can jump, get a little bit of damage in, get your lick in, throw your bubble down, and then your team will be just, like, right behind you. Like, it won't be the end of the world. So, like, you get these kills, you don't have to go, like, super deep for it. You are going super deep for it. Maybe it's going to work out for you. Maybe it's not. It's okay. But, yeah, like, I just think once you have that advantage, it's totally fine for you to, like, step up a little and jump. Bubble, just don't play for kills, just play for like ult charge, making them run away. If the kills come, they come. Genji's on the left, you want to like mark him more than anything else, you know? Like you can block backline, you can mark Genji. Like if he's down here, you can just step over to the left and start zapping the choke where he's coming from and mark him out a lot. And then you can kind of do both, where it's like they start stepping up here, you can still jump the choke and use your bubble, or walk to the choke and use your bubble, but you can just mark him out. You don't want to fall back to this open space right here. Because here, you're just going to get shot from everyone that swings main, and you're not going to be able to effectively bubble the choke. You know, like you're going to have to jump here. That's really, really risky. It's a lot better if you can come from an angle where they can't see you when you're jumping. So like
this point has like the weirdest fucking design in the entire game. There's just no cover anywhere. Like actually,
yeah, I think it's like quite
like
open,
unless you're like early, it's kind of.
You have to play like a big kind of juggling game where it's like, you know, you're blocking these chokes a little bit and then you're jumping up to these high grounds and falling back here. And like your Ana's always like really far back. So like your Ana's back here and she's pocketing you in main and then she's pocketing you down here. Like you're resting on one of these pillars and she's pocketing you there a little and she's pocketing you up top. But like, you know, you just want help from your Ana as much as possible. And like being close on this wall here, your Ana can see you here. Your Ana can't see you here, but you can mark out the Genji and the people in main can't see you until they swing
And that means my Ana's not going to die too. If my Ana's dead, I can't get help from my Ana.
Exactly right, yeah. So here, like, bubble in main is totally fine, but, like, low value, I suppose. Like, you've bubbled and you've, like, taken a turn, but now, like, here comes their swing. You've got to be really careful. But you just keep blocking the corner, you keep getting healed, and that's totally fine. Don't swing into them, though. Like, here, when you're swinging into them and trying to zap around the corner, it's, like, super greedy. You know, really greedy. Like, if you have a nade, if you have setup, if you have something that, like, says, I can push right now, do that. But you're half HP, you don't have bubble. You swing in here, you're going to get shot in the face, you're going to lose your turn, they're going to walk out onto you. You want full condition every time they're trying to walk when you don't have bubble. But here, you get a little greedy, and now you have to back jump, you know? And it's like, you back jump, their ball has killed your Ana, but like their ball's gonna get 1-for-1 traded, right? Surely, right? Okay, whatever. It can happen.
Right.
But
I mean,
yeah, if you were maintaining on the choke, like there's a chance that instead of your bubble being here, doing absolutely sweet fucking nothing, that you would maintain in this choke, and maybe you and the Tracer would trade out onto their backline. You know, something good might happen here. But instead, you peaked when you didn't have bubble, you got shot out, you back jumped, you had to waste your bubble on nothing, and now your turn is completely over. You're not going to carry this fight. Like in no universe will you carry this fight. You're about to carry the fight, aren't you? It's going to piss me off so bad.
No, probably not. I don't think I do here.
Thank God for that. I was about to look a fool. And then here, like, Kitsune Rush on the point, jumping outside of the point. A little dangerous. When I say a little dangerous, it's like extremely outrageously dangerous. Like your Ana got traded. It's like a 4v4. Going much past the Kitsune Rush, going way past your team. Nobody has set up. Again, it's like just too greedy, you know? You need to like know where the wall is, know where the invisible wall is where you want to stop. And here, it's actually like a super visible wall. It's just this choke, where it's like if they're outside here, they're not touching the point. The job is done. The objective is counting up for you. Get healed to full. Catch them when they come back in. But now, like, just poked super heavily. They swing back into you with Cole. You never got your health back. You wasted your bubble and you're outside. No chance to win. No chance to get good cleave, get a good engagement, get it set up with your Tracer where your Cassidy can do some damage too. I feel like Selena 7489 is just like such a low MMR name. You know what I mean? Like when people have like blocks of 4 numbers in their names, it's either like ironic or really low rating. And I feel like the fact that this person has 45% of their nano boost tells me that they're like an imposter in this lobby. You know, this is just like the hardest ranked game ever to play Monkey Ana in. But maybe I'm just like being name phobic or something. I'm not sure.
I mean I get it.
It's like such a low rated name. Like I bet they got like a Lifeweaver profile picture or something like that. Like you press P and like there's like a little Lifeweaver icon.
It's the same as like I used to do someone called like fucking Wildbob 5160 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But that one was ironic at least, you know? Like that one's like
I'm just trying to find like the worst like client icon possible, but nobody has like an ultra client icon.
It's like I mean it's just the top 500 icon though, like
oh yeah, true, actually true.
Definitely still like
maybe they have like the Master Challenger like title or something like that. You know, they're like
yeah.
really happy to have gotten that. Here, it's like a primal turn. You're blocking heaps of players. This is good, but it's a little maybe it's a little early. Like your team is a little devoid of setup, but this is okay to be honest. Like you've jumped in, it's a primal turn. You've got like heaps blocked. You just don't want to commit for a kill here. You just want to like waste a few people's time. You flip the cap here and all of this. Now you just want to back jump out. Really, this is like a good start to the fight. At this point, you would really hope that there's a nano boost available. There's just not. So good luck. And then this jump is like really like quite low value, where it's like you're not going to get jump pack damage on anyone. You kind of get stuck in the middle of everything. Maybe you're doing it because you want to contest the point, but it's like you don't. I'm not going to say you don't need to contest the point. Like, yeah, you're just winding up here in a situation where it's like they're going to break your bubble and you're going to be in the middle of everyone. You'd be much better jumping someone that's on the periphery of the fight and doing this, where it's like you jump their cast, maybe you can actually kill him. He's half HP. He's out on the side. You can actually get the jump pack damage. You jump their Genji. He's half HP. Maybe you get the jump pack damage. Maybe you kill him. But jumping into the middle of the point like this, you do contest. But where's your next turn to wind up carrying? You know, there's no cover or there's not good cover for you. You probably take a lot of damage. Sort of just in the middle of everything. You get poked out. And now, yeah, you're done.
And I'm jumping back top. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Wow.
Now though, actually winnable, right? Just chill, make nano, go with nano. I'm begging you. Chill, make nano, go with nano. Chill, make nano, go with nano. I want it. Press Z, look at Anna, wave at Anna, like you're like e-dating the Anna right now. You look at the Anna and you wave at her, and it's like, yeah, please, you know, like
you do like shake your mouse up and down, so
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
a
like
nod,
yeah, nod at them, go like this, and press C, and go to the top right where the wave is, and wave at them a couple times, and go yes, and crouch at them, and then jump. You know, like do something. Just make sure that you get the nano. Look, anti splashes too. It's time. And here, it wasn't great to be honest. Your jump didn't do it a whole lot, but it's enough. You know, it's like job done. You did it. You know, even without hard e-dating the Ana, you've won the fight. Walk into the mine. Start charging nano on mines.
Oh wait, that's real. I just forget I can do that.
Yep, make nano. No, I mean you're fucking allergic to receiving nano boost, so it's no surprise that you see free ult charge right here. You see a free nano boost, and you think, "Fuck you, Selena 7489. I'm not gonna help you one bit." So yeah, go keep chasing that Genji. Unbelievable. Alright, go to the next point. Set up top. All is good in the world. Take a little bit of damage, get some healing. Oh, a little ambitious. Here, you can afford to let them. Yeah, just let them swing.
My bubble's doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You're blocking 0 players because all 5 of them are just standing here 5v2ing you. So here, like really, just pull them in. Sit up here, back at top. Don't take damage. Take a little bit of damage or hide and don't take damage. And then once they're down here, then you can drop. Then you can split players. Then their cast is here and your bubble is here and their backline is back here and suddenly the cast is a dead man. You know, like there's a world where this can work, but this ain't it. And maybe your trace is good for it. Where's this polygon going? Fucking nowhere useful. But yeah, your bubble was hopeless. You want to, if you're dropping inner players, you actually want to be dropping like onto them, on top of their heads, in between them, splitting them a little with the bubble. No such luck for you. And now here, like you're eating a bunch of resources as well, like because of all the damage you took doing that. You've got no bubble, or you had no bubble. You've used Suzy Q, but Kiri uses ult in main. Fucking awful, fucking terrible position for the ult. Really hard to push with, but you will get the cap at least. You will get the cap, so maybe it's not the end of the world. This is a good jump. Just awkward ass Kiri ult, and like you're not even getting the cap with this Kiri ult because people aren't even standing on the point. They want to push it. Jump top, contest Sojin, use bubble. This is good now. We're actually in good territory. Now you just need to back jump. Oh, actually, you're 90% on ult. You can just keep chilling top. If you're not taking any damage, you can just keep chilling top. Keep chilling here. One jump away from having primal rage, to be honest. I think you played this whole scene quite well. Honestly, like the first bubble was wank, like absolute wank, because you did nothing. But after that, like you kept maintaining, you didn't overextend, you let your team cap, you didn't overextend, you went when the timing was good, you and your tracer did a lot. So actually, like, quite good. Just don't overdo it here. Just, you know, charge a little, don't die, charge nano, get back up top. Get back up top without taking damage, ideally. Like, your right-click poke, if you're going to come up, if you're going to use your jump to right-click poke here, you might as well right-click poke down here, you know? If you're up here, it's because you want to drop into people. And you can't just stage from here every single time, because, like, they can kind of see you and shoot you out a little bit. But, like, coming up here and hiding, and then dropping into them when they swing is good. You see your tracers hidden in there. If your tracer comes in, yeah, you can't do both, exactly. You see your tracer engages now, like, good time for you to jump and bubble and go for something. Their cast is swinging super wide right now, so you can jump towards cast. This jump is useless, I think. Like, or at least not great. Where it's like now your team looks really poised to fight. You know, like your Tracer's behind, you have Primal, you have lots of cues to potentially go and fight them. And if your Tracer's going to fight them, jumping up here is like a staging jump. So you want to like probably jump to a player, right? Get jump pack damage with your jump, but instead you jump top and then drop onto them. The whole point of jumping top and then dropping onto people is to preserve your shift, right? Your shift hasn't been preserved.
So be able to jump back out.
Yeah, exactly, right? So you can't jump out in this situation. You might as well jump the player. You might as well jump the Cassidy as he was swinging wide, bubbled him off from the rest of his team, got some jump pack damage on him, primaled him to finish him off, whatever it may be. But doing a staging jump and then dropping into them, it's not like you're doing nothing right now. In fact, you're quite literally carrying the game, but it could just be better. And here's stun dive. All good.
Wow.
You know what? For a European, you're all right.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
Hey, you died.
maybe we can get two total British monkey players, and that would make up about all of EU actually.
Can't be helped. Can't be helped.
Maybe it is the British phenotype that makes you like capable of pressing shift correctly.
It's possible. It's entirely possible. I'm gonna have to hit up my top guy after this and investigate. All right, so here you're up 2-0. Did you lose this map? It's a 15-minute map. Lose this.
I think we went through 2, but
Okay.
like I was like the reason I sent it is because I was like, you know,
So
like oh
awkward.
my god, we just like this was just like yeah, I mean like we nearly lost the game, and it was
Yeah.
like I don't feel like I should be losing this game, so
Yeah.
if there's anything extra I can do, then this is important.
Here, like awkward. One of the more awkward points for Monkey because like there's a lot of flat areas, but at the same time, like good chokes that you can bubble. They always have to like off angle and take more than one side in order to win, and that's like how you can kind of shine. Like you can block a choke and you can jump a Sojourn, you can primal a Sojourn, or you can go with a nano turn, or you can go with a Kiri turn on one of these sides, and it can be okay. And then like when you're in control, you can kind of like stage from over here a little bit, and now you're scaled with the right click, so you can get like insane. Now that you've scaled with the right click, like we didn't talk about it much on Umbani because I think you like barely scaled. Like it didn't happen for very long, but here it's happening for like a much longer period of time. But you're scaled with the right click. This shit is so fucking broken for farming. Like you can actually be a sniper. You can actually be a sniper monkey in these comps now.
You
Like
just
here,
get. I think like one of the things I said is like when everyone was like, oh, why are they nothing like Monkey's ult charge rate? Like I think someone said that to me, and I was like, because people are running like 13k damage per 10 on this character with like fucking ease.
yeah, it's so
Like I think
so
I think Infected had like 14k per 10 or something. Like on Monkey, it's like that shouldn't happen. You know,
Yeah.
like unless this guy's cleaving 5 people every fight, which I guess he kind of is, with the right click. Like it just shouldn't happen.
You just get
You
an
know?
outrageous amount of it. You know, so much damage. So like here, you can just be charging right click, peeking, charging right click, peeking, charging right click, peeking. You get one, you could do another. You know, you could just do another and another and another. You know, you could have done 3 right click cleaves right there. You know, you could be at 35% ult just by right clicking them while they're doing nothing. You know, it's a 5v4 already. You can just poke and poke and poke, and then go for your jump eventually. You know, you go for the jump, you find your kills, you have your ult turn. All's good in the world, but just like in every staging turn, if you can afford to go for that poke and you're not getting shot out in the process, like go for it. 100% go for it. This jump is good. Get everyone. Nice. No way you lose to this queen. Chase the queen.
Oh no, this
Oh,
wait.
I thought you were gonna get pooped off the
I
map
think
there.
I just bubble like if I just bubble point here, we win this fight.
Wait, you lose this fight?
Like, yeah,
What? How?
we find a way.
You 1v2 by this Lucio? Jump him!
I'm pretty sure
Jump
we get
him!
1v2
Stop
by
sniping
Lucio.
him! Stop sniping him! I said I want you to snipe when it's 3v1 and you can charge. Why are you sniping him now? Jump on his head, you fuck! Oh my god. Okay, like it's all good. It's all good to poke in the neutral and charge up your ult. You're not chaining the lightning off one player to the same player. Jump on his head.
Yeah.
It's a 2v1. No way. You're just abstaining from jump. Not required. Ridiculous. You're critical of your bubble. Fuck the bubble. You don't need a bubble to 2v1 a Lucio. Jump on his head. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're fucked. And now you can back up. And you can charge your right click. And you can back up. Yep. Back jump. Wait for next. Poke a few more times. Charge your nano. You should not want to go until you have like the nano up. This bubble's good. Just keep charging nano. Keep charging primal. You're 90 now. One more turn of charging, and then you can go with nano. Maybe you can go with primal first and then nano after, but jumping over here is
kinda what I
like
wanna
really
do.
bad just because you're jumping to nothing. You know, like here, you're jumping to nothing. If you jump like this and they push your team main, you just miss the fight. So really, you never want to jump to nothing like this. If you jump to nothing, then you just create the opportunity for a turn to be missed. If they have a really slow comp, it's totally fine to jump to nothing, yeah? Like if they have a comp where you
it's like
need
what you
to...
do into like sick bat brick.
Exactly. If you can afford the stage. But like they have Queen, Lucio, Moira, Tracer, Surgeon. Everyone is super fast. You shift over here, they shift up here. Where's my team? You know, your team is getting run at and you're just completely AFK on the side. So you need to be really mindful about jumping to nothing versus comps that are fast. And their comp is so fast. So here, you get the flank. You actually, like, they don't push you. So you actually have, like, a really decent opportunity to go for it here. You jump, you get your damage, you primal before you hit the ground because you're a fucking coward and you don't want to get the jump pack damage. You're like 200 HP. Don't be a pussy. All right, you pull out the hands, you're priming the Sojourn. You're pretty good for European. I'll give it to you. Might even be good for another one.
That. Oh.
You're supposed to be an off-lane player.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're supposed to be an off-lane player. I thought you had the aim now. It's like you've got two.
I normally do. Like
it's like a Winston player's gambit. You start playing Winston and you forget how to fucking aim.
Yeah, I've been like brute forcing Monkey for like all of this season, so I think it's it's just like a side effect of that.
Yeah, no, it happens. So here you've made a 5v3.
You just forget how to.
You just want to live at this point. All you need to do is live. Doing damage, carrying, no longer matters. You've already carried. Just don't fucking die. Just back jump. Nice. Oh, not nice. Not nice. You back jump. Keep coming back. You're 100 HP and you're walking back in? Come on. Now you use nano for nothing. Absolutely nothing. If you back jumped and you came here, and you just ran back to your healers and you just chilled for like literally 2 seconds, you're full HP again, they're 5v3, they can't get a trade, done. You have nano for the next turn, win the game. 3-0 Suravasa. But now you've wasted your nano and your high noon, and it's all your fault.
Yeah, I learned that like Moira just stat checks Monkey, like this game. Like 3 times where I was just like shooting that Monkey and shooting that Moira and it was just like, oh, she just lives. Like,
can't get her. Alright, now you're poking, you're already 50% for another roll. Just keep doing this, just keep poking. You can afford as well, like you have Anna, you can afford to like come forward and like try for like a little bit of zapping here and a back jump as well. Like care that you don't get knifed, you have to be cautious about it, but like it's okay to like try and zap here, close on the corner, or zap here. If you start from the furthest back block right away, you're just missing a lot of opportunities to potentially carry. Like, they don't have a Kiri, right? So, like, any nade that Selena 7489 gets, you can follow up on and kill. You should be zapping their rotations, not just with your right click, but with your actual left click as well. And you should be, like, trying to hit them on these rotations because, like, you have lots of characters that can do lots of damage from the side. If your Kiri and your Cass are side angling from the right, and you're here, and your Tracer's pinching from the left, there's no reason that they shouldn't die on one of these rotations if they get naded, you know? If a headshot comes through from your Kiri. But you're not making that opportunity for your team. If you play back far away like this, you can get really good farm by right-clicking them, but you're never going to get a kill.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's also just like harder to close that distance, you know?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, like, you're just not going to want to jump that huge long range, and they can react to it really easily. But if you start close, then you can do more. Here? Oh, nice nade from Selena, but a little keen, you know? Like, you had to jump forward for it. You're not going to die for it, though. Jump into their backline, but unfortunately, like, it feels like a pretty consistent theme that we're, like, struggling to fight inside the Kiri ults, just because, like, your Kiri ults are always in, like, these weird positions where the fights aren't actually happening. But yeah, the biggest thing that you could have done differently in this scene, like, jumping into the cast is totally fine. There was an anti on him to follow up. You could block and you could bubble and you could live. The most important thing is just, like, they're retaking from main. Don't start here, because you're just too far away. Start here, and zap, and walk over here, and zap, and if a nade comes through, you might not even have to jump to follow up. Or you've been zapping already, and they're already half HP, and everyone's ready to pinch. Just don't start from so far away.
And I probably have a primal by then, too.
Yeah, exactly. You flip the cap, and you jump in after you flip the cap as well, on Porch.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to touch that, but...
Yeah, like if you... Oh, maybe you're going to get primal anyway? Oh, not quite. But yeah, like if you tried to like keep farming, then maybe you would have the primal and you could clutch here. Or if you stop the cap, you know, it wouldn't make a difference, right? Like there's 20 seconds left. Like you just need to play for the primal. You know, you have 20% to play with. The primal is what matters, not the cap.
Another chance.
Hey there. Next flashpoint.
All right, primal's online. The pulse. This is a really hard ult fight. They have 5 of them and you do not, so yeah, good luck. You can basically just try, don't get poked, split players, like stop their beat from coming through, you know, maybe stop someone from getting the beat, isolate some people, just don't get poked out early, pull them in a little bit, then go for some backliners. Here, like this jump, like you're blocking Queen, and this isn't bad, to be honest. Like you're blocking off all of their players in main. So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world, but the jump is kind of shit, you know? Like you're jumping to nothing.
I mean,
you're
like
doing nothing
a
to
smart
anyone.
queen is just gonna ult to live here. Like,
Yeah, she's probably good to do something to live, but also like your jump is just accomplishing nothing. Like if you want to bubble off the choke, 2 steps to the right, press E, and then then you have your shift to do something afterwards. Jumping across to hit like a style point, so I'm blocking a Diva Bomb mid-air bubble, like maybe not necessary, you know? And then Moira's faded in. If their Moira fades in like this, you know, maybe there's a kill chance for it. But yeah, I mean, tough situation, like no opportunity for you to primal because the High Noon swings up top. I was going to say when their Moira fades in, you could try and chase with primal, but she calls, at which point, good luck. We're not Goosh way, so... Best off chasing the Cass in scenes like this. Good for it. Just good for it. Actually, a really good scene. Like, you know, the bubble in the choke is down.
Like instant beat like that. But
yeah, their beat was like super useless, and then they just like never cleared you out. You had primal the entire time. They like never kill your tracer. They never kill anyone that's like important, and you just like played your life like you didn't get your primal force for a very long time. So by the time you use it, it's really valuable. This is a good fight. Okay, good for it, good for it. Alright, now they have Queen ult, you have Noon, you have Nano. Again, it's a Nano turn, it's a Kitsune Rush turn. Here, playing forward in this stretch, I don't know who's calling this. This is not a good time for it. You play here.
I'm just spamming group up. This is my idea entirely.
Oh, you should be shot. Like, look, 10% away from a Nano, so if you just played a little slower, you'd have a Nano.
Okay.
They have Queen ult. Queen! She can ult everyone here. This is like the one spot where she can ult. If everyone plays really far away on the high ground and stuff like that, like, you play long, it's like, it goes really long, it becomes last fight. It doesn't go really long, they can't Queen ult. You have an ult advantage, you have the Nano. You want to group up here? You mother... Alright. Nade comes deep, you're here on the choke, you're zapping their Queen. Kitsune Rush in main. Out of tradition, we're not going to fight in it. Because we never do. It just never happens. Actually, still working out. Still possible. Nebula just doesn't like using ult, so that's fine. Nothing wrong with a fast fight. Now you have Nano. If you die here, you knifed? No, you're fine. You back jump. Oh, okay. There it is. Alright. The consequences of our actions came for us eventually, where we're fighting in the one space where the Queen ult can be really good. Yeah, it happened eventually. I'm glad that it did come, because I was thinking, like, this got to happen, right? Like, we're fighting here versus Queen ult, like, surely. Like, even a fucking... What is it?
I mean, if they don't like, win that, like... Yeah. They've just lost the entire game there. Yeah, so.
Exactly. I mean, look, Stevie Wonder can find that fucking Queen ult, so it's not difficult. One last chance at a retake here. Like, don't rush it, really. Like, don't rush it. Like, your Tracer's set up behind, not been forced out. Your team has to walk back. Don't rush it. Don't just, like, blind jump in at the open. You find the Queen, look for something. Don't fight her face-to-face like this and use a bubble. Like, this is... I think this is not a good Queen. This is not, like, a great bubble, I think. Maybe this is, like, delusional, but I think that like coming face to face with their Queen like this and swinging on her and bubbling in her face, it's like it feels really favorable for her. Maybe it's okay because they had like they had players that were on respawn, like someone was staggered here, but I just can't help
it's kind of like, I mean, like either way, like the bubble is like it's like half a second of bubble value because like a Queen can just walk out of that shit. Like
it's just like
the only way when you're bubbling off like. Yeah, the only way that I'm like ever bubbling off a Queen is by jumping like behind her, really. Or she just walks past me for no reason.
Yeah. But so here it feels like you could have fought more than one person and it not been their Queen that is shooting you in the face with the shotgun in like her effective range. If you were like walking forward a little more or jumping past the Queen and blocking the choke here or catching their Moira and making her fade away or catching their Lucio and like trying to pinch a little more with your Tracer, maybe you receive the nano boost and you get a kill. Maybe your Cass receives the nano boost and just shits on their Queen in the choke. You know, like these 1, 2, 3, 4 players do not require this. I just counted you in the 4. I'm so fucking stupid. These 3 players don't need you bubbling the Queen to kill a solo Queen. You know, if you block these players, the Nano Boost and the High Noon and the Cassidy and the Kiri, there's enough stuff here to deal with the Queen regardless. So you can just go and block and deal with more than one player and pinch with your Tracer a little more. Next jump though, you get the Nano. You can kill everything here. Like you, for sure, you can do a lot. But because your bubble was dog shit before, you don't have the bubble for this turn, right? Like you don't have the bubble that helps you kill the Cass. So then you take so much fucking damage here and now you've kind of lost it, right? Like if your jump was comboed with your bubble and a pinch with your Tracer and on some squishy targets, 100,000,000% you're gonna get kills. But here, like you did the damage to the Cass, you got the kill. You just took a fuck ton of damage because you had no bubble to go with it. So here, like, could just be better if, you know, your turn wasn't wasted bubbling a solo Queen in the choke. Bubbling on top of their tank, It's like a counter jump move, not a I'm walking up in the choke and going face to face with their main move.
What's up?
Okay. Alright, this is gas. Your team's like a little bit behind. That was like a very appealing jump, you know? Like you saw this and you thought, fuck, this is just like the greatest jump pack damage of all time. I can do damage to everyone. But like you look at the big picture, they have a Lucio comp, you do not. So what's gonna happen here? You're gonna do this, you're 4v1. You're just plainly 4v1. So this jump, it feels great. And
it gave me so much dopamine though, you
no,
know,
no, genuinely, like the dopamine kick, like I had to pause instantly just to talk about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like it felt really good to see that jump, but it's actually fucking awful, you know? Like,
Yeah,
it's so bad.
like...
now you have no bubble and you're gonna take a bunch of damage and you have to use your primal before anything has happened. Like just like it's just useless, you know? Like you might kill this cast. They might all be invalids. You're insane. You're insane at primaling. Like you're insane at primaling. But rest assured that was a little shit. Like that's gotta be a little shit. Like surely, like I think they can like, you there. I think that they can.
I mean, like it's just like a low GM rank lobby, you know, like.
Yeah. But hey, look, if you can do it,
if I was in like a,
you're doing the scrim.
If I was in like a scrim versus human beings, like they'd kind of just fuck me. Like I'd just be dead, or I wouldn't get anything there.
Yeah, but hey, look, if you find 4-man jump pack damage and you solo kill a cast through every single obstacle, then you know maybe it's okay. I do think that it's a bad habit though, for sure. Like your big issue on Winston, you know, like you want to see like your team's position more. You want to be more aware of these matchups. You know, it's like they have a Lucio, you do not. Your team is a little slower, a little more contingent on setup. Like Kira needs to get an angle, Tracer needs to set up and pinch. You're not waiting for any of that. You're just going straight away.
I can tell that like a lot of it is just like I rush. You know, like I just like. I need the dopamine. I need to do something. I need the ticks going through my ears. Or
because you can't compensate too hard. Because you know, if you compensate too hard, then you're just AFK all the time and doing nothing, and that's much worse. Occasionally dying. Okay, here, like, there's no comment. Selena just needs to grow the fuck up. Like, I don't know what your Ana's doing here. Like, there's genuinely no feedback for this scene. I have no expectation of you blocking people here. You have 3 players on point. Your Ana's just lost, just completely lost. So let's just go next fight. Kitsune Rush on point. Oh my god, finally we might be able to fight in a Kitsune Rush. For all it was worth.
I have to be choosing not to.
I mean, for all it was worth. Wasn't much shot. I don't know, it's a hard fight. You're down your Ana. They have a bunch of ults to swing with. They swing with set ults. You have 1 chance at a retake. There's a nano. Oh, I went too far. You have multiple chances at a retake, but you should only need the 1. Definitely only going to need the 1 after their Lucius dead, because now they can't boop your engagement. So you just get 1 good jump with Nano, and the game should be done. Stand here on the corner, pull someone in, get Nano, kill the Cass. Yeah, job done. Give us 1 more European primal for the road, perhaps.
I actually think they touched this for like 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like there was a long time where you weren't using your jump, but maybe you don't want to jump face to face with the queen. Maybe that just gives her a chance to kill
I was so sad about that. If I like, you see, if I was like actually like Korean, like I'd have jumped and hit that Lucio.
Yeah,
full jump pack damage, but
unfortunately,
you know, we're still waiting on gene editing for that one.
What monarchs on your currency, like? All right. And yeah, there's not a lot else to talk about, to be honest. You're on the corner, you killed people to come onto the point. Like, job done. I think, you know, general habits for you. It's like understanding of what's going on with your team, like specifically like Winston Ana stuff, thinking about this like heel angle, thinking about this relationship between you and your Ana, and the way that there are all these different positions where you can rest and your Ana can see you and they can't see you. There's all these positions that you can jump where you can accomplish that same goal. Making sure that you're killing this habit of jumping to nothing. Like you are jumping to nothing at like random points on this map. You did it on Numbani. Like jumping to nothing is just like a big period of guaranteed downtime. It's all good to jump somewhere to stage. It's all good to jump for space. But there's a difference between jumping for space and jumping because you just like were kind of hoping that someone was there and you were going to get some damage.
Yeah, if you're jumping to like stage and stuff, like they're gonna have to clear you. Like they have to look at you. So you're still doing something, you know, like there's still an intention behind it.
There's a huge difference, right? And then the other thing is making sure that for certain compositions, you understand that like you can't just AFK. You can't just be sat there being the thinker, you know, like that second point in Barney scene where you're up above and you have the power position. It's like you're waiting for their Ana to walk up underneath you, and it's like she doesn't have to do that. She's
have
never,
to.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's never gonna do that, right? So like your goal should ultimately just be like, if you didn't have primal in that scene, you could have just dropped, bubbled her sightline, and then fought the hazard a little bit, you know, or dropped onto the hazard, bubbled on the hazard. That's a scene where you could fight on the hazard instead, right? But you can't just let them stage and do nothing about it. Because if you sit AFK while they stage for 1-2 cycles of shifts, then they're just going to get their third cycle of shifts exactly the way they want it. And then the other thing is making sure that you're never back jumping in situations where you have the opportunity to rest, you know, opportunity to just hide around a corner and wait. Like that happened on first point Numbani, where it's like you're up top and you jump back to the opposite high ground. I'm imagining that this is first point Numbani right now. I think I might be autistic, but yeah, but like this is one catwalk, this is the other. Like you're back jumping to the back catwalk. Like you don't need to do that if you can just drop down to the low ground and rest beneath them, you know? So you should never like waste your shift back jumping if you have the opportunity to rest underneath them. You know what I mean? Okay. And I think those are the major points. Winston.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Cool.
Yeah. I think farm nano more. That's
that would help.
Yes,
that would help.
I gotta find the balance again. Because like what it was is like when I was first playing Monkey, it was like we were just trying to like force Sig and then play like I think we were playing Sig Queen everywhere because like it just puts me on 2 characters I can play. And like I eventually like we were like, okay, well we fucking hate Sig on like half of these maps.
Yeah.
Queen fucking sucks right now. Like that character's just Ram just fucks her too hard. Arissa just fucks her too hard. Torb just fucks her too hard. And you know, I was like, you know, like I'd rather play the Monkey than the Diva because like I just need to learn that character at some point. And I started playing it, and my coach was like, yeah, you take way too much fucking damage on this character. Like you're playing like you have like an infinite like defense matrix.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between like taking damage with intention, like charging nano in periods of downtime, and because you never want to take damage when you're setting up to actually do something, right? Like that's the thing. But like when you have periods of downtime where like other people are setting up and you're sort of just like just chilling,
you might as well just farm some nano.
Just get poked a little and farm some nano because like your best win conditions always come with like nano turns. It's just like something that Winston loves. So I think you got a lot to go on.
I need to get the balance a little bit.